So how has the switch to starting to prep for Northwestern been going?
Real good. Everyone's bought in on the idea of moving our eyes from a fall camp to Northwestern, getting prepared for the season. For me, it kind of just felt like 2 weeks ago we just got done playing Iowa. So, but for the most part, I think a lot of the guys, I think we're all ready to get rolling. We've been putting off this Ireland game for a few years now. It feels like, so we're all ready to go and travel, but then also play a game.
You mentioned the travel. I was going to actually ask, have you started to do any kind of adjustments, knowing that in a few days you're going to be in a different time zone?
Yeah, so we've all, Frosty's mentioned us, starting to go to bed sooner, waking up a little bit earlier, kind of just adjusting to the 6 or 7 hour time difference out there. That's going to be the biggest part, I think, about the trip is, getting our sleep right. And, we got a lot of great people on staff that'll help us with that.
As fun as that trip will be, is part of your league ready to kind of get that part over with and get the rhythm of the season?
Yeah, it is kind of awkward starting in week 0, going all the way to a different country overseas, playing in a football game, and then having to come back. That's a big thing because not everybody gets to do that. But the team that prepares for it professionally is going to be the one that.
For you personally, how's this fall camp going?
Pretty good. There's things I got to work on. Both in pass and run blocking. But with Coach Raiola and Coach Cooling, they've both done an amazing job with instilling their ideas and their run and pass schemes into our system and everything. Everything is just coming together really nicely right now.
Do you have a better sense of kind of where you might fall on that line?
Yeah, they got me on the card right now.
Okay, pretty consistent. Good.
How does that differ for you in a tackle in your time here? So what's it like to move over?
I'm rarely in a 3 or 2 point stance. That's the only way that I really look at it. It's still football. I'm still where I want to be in Nebraska on the offensive line. So this is exactly how I think that I should be playing.
Can you describe the challenge when you're trying as a line to have 5 guys, but guys are hurt, guys are coming in and out? How tough is that to build sort of that cohesiveness that you're looking for?
Right. So, since the winter, a lot of us, the entire offensive line have done a really good job of sticking together as one group, going to the weight room, going to lunch, going to dinner, walking up to meetings all together. So, we're all pretty cohesive type knitted group. And you could ask anyone on the team, they make fun of us because we tuck our shirts in, we do small things together. And, but, at the same time, I think that we're all, like I said, pretty tight knit. And it doesn't matter what 5-year-old out there or 6, we're going to play ball.
How have you established yourself as a leader this offseason?
Yeah, so last year, we had Cam Jurgens on the offensive line. He was a great dude, great leader. Definitely a guy that I looked up to in his football sense and his leader sense too. So, I've taken bits and pieces of his stuff and kind of tried to work it back into myself. It was back in senior year of high school, whatever, I was a leader on that team. And, going from freshman year to sophomore year of college, I had to take a step back. I had to really, see everybody's views on the team and stuff like that. So I got to know how to approach someone when they're not playing well, whether I got to get on them a little bit or if I got to hold back and just, be more loving. So.
What would you say is the vibe that you get from the team right now? You guys are 18 practices into this thing. How do you feel about just the way that this thing has gone?
Yeah, it's been a grind. We've had a lot of time over the summer where we were in that weight room, we're on the field, really busting our tails to, have a really good season this year. And I think that's the mindset that the team has taken over, and that's the mindset that we're going to take into the season.
A lot of guys have talked about this being a business trip.
Yep.
Not much more to it, just different location.
Right.
Is that how the offensive line is looking at it?
Absolutely. Business trip.